The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
You really want to know who's on the radio? Come on. Let's talk about it.
Jeffrey. Let's talk about it live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Watching is the best decision you'll ever make. Saturdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Call or text in live 478-569-6474. Hashtag Let's Talk with Jeffrey. Check us out on www.instinctradio.net or download the Instinct Radio app in your Apple or your Google Play Store.
Let's give them something to talk about.
It's almost showtime, people. Let's tune in to see what Jeffrey has in store for us tonight. And here's your host, Jeffrey L. Miller.
What is going on, Instinct Radio? What's going on, Facebook family? What's going on, Instagram family? It's time for Let's Talk About It Live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Every Saturday from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. This is exactly how we do it. Listen, the phone number is 478-569-6474, 478-569-6474. You can follow us on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, and we'll read your questions. Take your questions, your comments right there on air. Now, we got a hot show today. Hot show. We are talking to the playwright, one of the actors, and the executive producer of the stage play, The Corner. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, they're a little shy. Don't worry. We're gonna loosen them up as we get going. All right. So what we like to do is a little introduction. We'll start with you and work our way around.
Okay. Well, I'm Maxine Wright, part of J. Maxine Production. I'm the writer and director
Okay.
of the play, The Corner.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You, sir.
Marvin Baldwin Jr., and I played a lead role, the blind man.
Okay. Now, he said his full name, government name. You know he going to be somebody one day real soon.
Oh, I am
All right.
somebody, brother.
Hey, where my bell at? Where my bell? I need to ring the bell on that one. Let me have that bell right there. That's how you come back from a comment like that. Yes, sir. Strong brothers in the building.
Yes.
And you, sir?
Jerome Rowland, Executive Director.
Come on, right up to the mic.
Jerome Rowland, Executive Director.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Now, before we get going a little too tough, first of all, I want to let everybody know there's a lot of talent around this table. So we're going to talk talent. We're going to talk about the play. I got some questions to ask them about their process and everything like that. We got the show set up. It's going to be a great show. But before we get into that, you know what time it is. It is time for you to close your mouth and listen. You ask me some questions. I give you some answers from a man's point of view. Now, I got one reason for the habitually single woman and one reason for the habitually single man as to why you might be single. But before we get to that, here is my disclaimer. Now, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you, and if it doesn't apply to you, I don't want you to put your foot up in this shoe. But if it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in them because you're going to learn something tonight. Ladies, you go first. Now, ladies, some of y'all are still single because you keep looking back on your past relationships. And I don't mean looking back on them fondly. I mean you looking back at that scar, the thing that hurt you about that relationship. You keep looking back on it, refusing to move forward. I need you to understand something. I'm going to get a little biblical now. That's the same thing Lot's wife did. They had a commandment to leave that place that they were in. It was filled with all type of evil and debauchery. But she was worried about what she was missing. And she looked back. You know the rest of the story.
We do.
So, ladies, what I need you to do, if that relationship was something that brought you pain, I need you to go ahead and work on yourself and heal from that pain. But look forward. Don't look back. Because if you keep looking back, you're going to be just like Lot's wife. Salty and single. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, I love the way I brought that together like that. I just love it. Maxine, what do you think about that?
I tell you what, I really can't say too much about it because I've been single since 2012.
What?
So.
What?
Yes.
You ain't looking back on nothing. I know you ain't looking back on nothing.
No, I'm not looking back on anything. I'm just going forward. I'm so busy.
Absolutely.
I don't have time really to think about it. So I said if I had a man, he wouldn't put up with me because I don't have any time. I'm going to have
to put that on the next list for the next show. You're too busy. That's why you're so
busy.
sick.
Too busy. Too
Right.
busy. But no, I understand that. But right now, it's my choice.
Understood.
To be single. Just to be single.
Thank you
Love
so
me.
much. I hear you.
I'm loving on me.
All right. Now, I want everybody to understand something now. There's nothing wrong with being single.
Yes.
Especially when you're doing what you want to do and you're working on yourself and you're not running from anything. There's nothing wrong with being single. Don't think I'm
Exactly.
disparaging because I'm not. But from the women that's looking back, you're single and salty. Brother Marvin, what do you think?
Well, we could take it back even a little bit further,
All right.
like way back.
I'm ready.
And so it all is based on how you were raised. And so a lot of people are bringing baggage, Louis Vuitton,
Louis?
Dooney and Burke, Michael Kors bags,
Michael Kors.
and then they bring it into the relationship,
That's right.
and they're broken, and they're fragmented, and then you got to look back even further, say, oh, it wasn't the past relationship, but you start looking at it, how many relationships have ended in a similar way, and then the common denominator will be you. And so now you got to go even back further.
Yes.
How were you raised by your mom or daddy? Who raised you? How you were hurt or broken? And that's where the healing needs to take place.
I want y'all to understand something. I told y'all this was going to be a hot show. Told you it's going to be a hot show. Very well said. Thank you, sir. Jerome, what do you think?
I think it's really about personal choice.
Personal choice.
I think a lot of ladies these days, they say they want one thing, but they don't really know what they want. You get that, then once you get it, then it's something else. You know, they're never satisfied.
The words expressed were the views of Jerome Rowland,
That's
not
right.
Jeffrey L. Miller.
That's right.
Didn't I tell y'all it's going to be a hot show? I told y'all it's going to be a hot show. But don't get it twisted, though, fellas. I'm not letting y'all off the hook.
That's right.
Fellas, you are next. Fellas, some of you are single because you don't know how to make a damn decision. I mean, your woman could come up to you and say, baby, what you want to eat? You say, I don't know what you want to eat. Sometimes, fellas, you got to understand, you have to be able to make a decision while not trying to be hyper masculine, you know, or so chauvinistic that you rob your woman of choice. Here's what I mean. If your woman says something like, what do you want to eat? You could easily say, baby, I love it when you cook that chicken the way you cook it. And she gonna cook the hell out of that chicken. She gonna fry that chicken double battered because you said you love the way that she does it. Or if you're gonna take your woman out somewhere, give her choices. Say, hey, I need you to be ready at 7. I want you to wear this because we're leaving at 8 o'clock. Now, you know the reservation is really for 8:30. You told her 7 to give her that extra prep time because you know she's going to be late if you don't.
That's right.
But the bottom line of it is you have to be able to make a decision, fellas, and it has to be a good decision, a well thought out decision so she can trust that you got it. When your woman trusts that you got it, she'll do something that you will not expect. She will follow and partner and walk with you. But if she can't trust you because you don't know how to make a decision, well, that's why your ass is single. Brother Marvin, what do you think?
Well, I think single it could be good because it gives you an opportunity to find out who you are.
Absolutely.
Taking a fearless and search more inventory of yourselves. And so a lot of us, we in denial. You know, it's like somebody say 8, 9 times out of people say your breath stink. You can't smell it. Why? Because you're so used to smelling your own breath.
You're immune to it.
You're immune to
You
it.
become anesthetized to
Absolutely. That word, what you just said. That word, sir. I can't even spell it. That's my first time hearing it. Yeah.
All right.
But, you know, you're so used to it. But if 8 out of 10 people is telling you the same thing, you may want to check that out.
it. You may want to check
And
it
so
out.
another thing is that we as men, a lot of us, I would say at least 80% of us as men, period, across the board, we're not tapped into our emotional side. In order to be able to cater to that woman, you have to be emotional. We are emotional beings, but we've been brainwashed to say, you better suck it up. You better not cry. You're going to be soft. But and it takes away from that woman. So once we tap into that, we'll be able to have that balance. And so, yeah, baby, this is what I want. I want this and I want that. I want you to massage my scalp, rub my feet, and you direct with it, you know. And she's like, okay, well, this is what you want. But there's a but.
Here it come.
There's
I'm ready.
a but.
Yes.
That's right.
Give it
But
to
then
her.
you have some women, you'll tell them, and they still won't do what they want to do what they want to do.
That's right.
Now, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on because that can get way deep. But we'll leave that right there for now. Brother Jerome, what do you think?
Well, I sort of agree with him, but I think a lot of times the dynamics of dating today is totally different from when I was in college.
Sure.
You have the ladies that really want to be the dominant one in the relationship, regardless of how good of a man you could be in the relationship. You have a lot of ladies that used to a lot of weak men allowing them to do whatever it is they want to do. So when you put your foot down in a respectful manner, they still gonna have a problem with it. So I mean, it's really dating now is really different. It's different. It's different and tough. That's it, as a whole.
All right. Well said. Well said. I told y'all this was going to be a hot show. All right. Let's talk about the play, The Corner.
Okay.
All right. First of all, Maxine, tell us about the play. What caused you to write this play and put this play together? What was your inspiration?
Well, actually, I work downtown Atlanta, and I run across a lot of homeless people. A lot of homeless people. I saw a vision of a man on a corner. It was just a vision. I was at home one day and just saw a vision. And it kind of materialized from that. And then I had a woman to come into the picture. So it was like a battle of good and evil. And all the people that you encounter daily, you can see the shell of them, but what's actually going on beneath that person? So it kind of stemmed from that. And the idea turned into a play. Which I look at you, Jeffrey. I don't know who you are. I know what I see, but I don't know what's inside. What's beneath your skin?
Fair enough.
That's what this play is about. What's beneath your skin? Whoever encounters the homeless man and the homeless woman, they know what's beneath their skin. So it's up to you to like, okay, well, how do you know this about me? I'm the only person that knows this about me.
Okay.
But I have encountered someone to know this about me. So that's when the battle begins.
Good deal. Understood. Now, Brother Jerome, how did you get involved in executive producing this play, The Corner?
Well, basically, about a year ago, me and Maxine, we decided to start this production company, and basically, I financed it.
Okay, well, that's
Basically
how you get to
financed.
be an executive producer. You come with the
Basically
money,
financed, that's
you're the
right.
executive producer. I love it.
Right,
Okay.
right. And we've been our friends and colleagues for many years. So,
It's 2003.
right,
Man, okay.
all right. I have been having to deal with her for that long, so it's kind of tough on me, but you know, I make it through it.
Morris Brown. Morris Brown.
Morris Brown College.
That's right.
Absolutely. I'm ringing the bell for NBC.
That's right, NBC.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Thank you so much. Brother Marvin, how did you get involved in the play?
Well, I've been working with Maxine for about 9-10 years, doing plays and productions, and so it was in her last play, called Hats, and so I was one of the lead characters. Supporting role in that play. And so at the same theater, actually, where we're going to be having The Corner, which is going to be June 30th. At the end of this month, 2018, we got 2 shows, 2:30 and 7:30.
Good deal. Now tell us about your character.
My character, the blind man, he's been around for a while.
Okay.
Got a lot of wisdom.
Wait a minute. He's starting to get in the character. Y'all can't see it now, but the whole energy just changed.
It just changed. You know what I'm saying? It just, I got there it is.
There it is.
But he's a man of wisdom.
Okay.
And he know a lot of stuff. I can't give you everything about my character, but he is a man of substance. He made a mistake. And so he's trying to rectify his mistake by trying to help others.
Understood. I just want to go a little bit deeper with it. I know you can't give us too much about the play. Tell us about the process, though, because I asked about your character, and in a split second, a whole different look and energy came about you. How do you draw that out to get that much? How do you make that character so believable? Because you literally changed, just like that when you started going into character. How do you do that?
Well, it's a gift, and I've been acting 23 years.
Okay.
And so what I do with myself, I train myself. I don't compete with nobody else. We are our worst critic.
Okay.
So I started in the mirror. If I couldn't convince myself of any character, I had to feel it myself. And so even memorizing lines, it's a process. And so what I'll do, I'll record the lines before and after my lines. And then what I'll do it again, record it again, and talk to other characters, but leave my lines blank. So I will have to fill it in as, you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
And that helps a lot since I don't have somebody to do, feed me lines. So that's a good way to do it yourself.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, when we come back to you, Brother Marvin, I would like for you to give us just a snippet of the character. Now, you gave us a little crumb of it. But just a snippet, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Now, Maxine, tell me this now.
Yes.
How did you get into playwriting or writing, period? I know you do poetry, a little bit of everything, but how did you take it into this?
Yeah, it's amazing how God works. It really is. I never had any idea I was a playwright.
Hmm.
Now, I've been directing plays and adapting plays for a long time, many years.
Okay.
I've been in the drama ministry. I'm the president of the drama ministry at my church, and been doing this for many, many years. It's just one day I was behind my PC, a vision came up of a girl standing on stage. It was my first play I've written totally alone, to concept, everything. I just started typing. And before I knew it, I had typed out 6 or 7 scenes.
Wow.
And I didn't wake up that morning saying I'm going to be a playwright. It just happened just like that. And ever since then, this is what I want you to do. And I've been writing ever since.
Good deal. Now, Brother Jerome, now, like you said, you guys have known each other for, 15 years now?
Right.
Okay. When Maxine this gift started to manifest itself, and, she kind of brought it to you, what were your first thoughts about what she brought?
Basically I've been telling her for several years, you need to take this. Like,
Come on up to the mic. I want to make sure they can hear you on the video.
I'm sorry. Doing it in the church is amazing. But you need to broaden it. You need to take it. You need to take it out on the road.
Okay.
And I stayed after her. And finally last year, I grabbed her by the back of the head and said, look, we're going to do this.
Okay. Now, I want everybody to understand something. You actually need a friend like that will be, an advocate for you, but will also push you beyond your own limitations. I was listening to Les Brown, and before he really started speaking, he had a friend that was like, man, you need to do something with this. Sounds like what Jerome was saying to you.
Exactly.
You need to push it beyond where you are right now, and I'm glad you two were able to take it beyond just the church.
Well, let me tell you how it really started.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Like I said, I've been in drama ministry forever and a day, and I've never even directed a play. So the president of the ministry at that time decided not to be the president of the ministry. And so we all had things that we were doing had mapped out for the year. So the person who was the vice president stepped up to the presidency. So, okay, well, we got all these projects going on, so somebody got to do this, somebody got to do that, somebody got to do this. And she said, Maxine, you're going to do the Christmas production. I almost literally just lost it.
Wow.
Why are you telling me to do the Christmas production? That's the biggest production of the year at the church. I'm not doing it. She said, Maxine, you can do it. I am not doing it. What are you trying to do? Set me up? No, really. And she said, no, you can do it. But I knew she loved me, and she wouldn't do anything to try and hurt me.
Right.
So I said, okay. If she believes in me, and she said, Maxine, you've been in this ministry long enough. You know what not to do. I said, I do know that. I know what not to do.
Okay.
And I did it. And it was such a success. That's when the pastor of the church asked us to do it for the whole congregation. So we've been performing it at the Cathedral of Turner Chapels, since 2011.
Good deal.
It's an annual deal. But I never thought I could do that. So from directing to writing, it all was a process. Someone pushed me. I never knew I could do it.
Good deal.
Just got pushed out there.
Understood.
You never know.
You know what the eagles in the nest, what happens to them when it's time for them to
Yes.
fly?
Yes.
They get pushed out the nest.
That's right.
That's true.
Now, eagles don't make their nest in a tree in a park. They find the highest peak they can find, way up high. So you got plenty of time to spread them wings when you hit that ground.
Right.
And fortunately, more times than not, when that mother eagle pushes that baby eagle out, that eagle makes up its mind to fly. And I'm glad that you decided to go ahead and spread those wings and go ahead and fly.
I did.
Wonderful. You're still soaring. Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
All right, I want to deviate just a little bit now.
Okay.
I do this thing on the show called Well Said. Now, recently, President Donald Trump pardoned a grandmother who was a nonviolent drug offender who had a life sentence. I need y'all to understand something. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but life for a nonviolent drug offense. First offender. Not second or third, not habitual, first offender. Kim Kardashian went to the White House. Kim Kardashian West. I'm sorry, Kanye. And she was able to persuade Donald Trump to release this young lady. Now, Judge Mathis had some things to say about that recently. Now, we're going to play this video. I want to get your feedback on it, and then we'll talk about it. Now, here's the thing about Judge Mathis. Everybody knows Judge Mathis, got arrested. And he turned his life around in prison.
Exactly.
He started reading. He studied the law. He came out, he became a real judge.
Right.
And he dealt, I would say he dealt from a compassionate type of way, his judgments. He, of course, he obeyed the law. But, there's a lot of leniency that a lot of judges have that some of them are scared to use. They hide behind the law instead of saying, this is what I should do. So we're going to play this video. We'll come back and we'll talk about it. This is well said, Judge Mathis. Go ahead and roll clip.
We're very pleased that Alice Marie Johnson was released from prison yesterday. Miss Johnson is a 63-year-old woman who spent 20 years in prison for a nonviolent drug conviction. Her sentence was life. That's right, life. Life for a nonviolent crime. During the 80s, women were often used as mules for large quantities of drugs and money. Under mandatory sentencing, if you were caught with over 1 kilo of cocaine, you were sentenced to life in prison. Unfortunately, there are tens of thousands of minority men and women still sitting behind bars under these draconian mandatory sentencing laws. These laws, which are steeped in a history of oppression and racism, have created the disproportionate mass incarceration of African American men and women. It makes no sense that black men and women make up half of the prison population, but only account for less than 15% of the entire U.S. population. Many prisons have now been privatized to make money off the misery that was created by economic deprivation, failing school systems, and a criminal justice system that sometimes is indeed criminal itself. The Obama administration halted many of these unfair practices, but the U.S. Justice Department reversed much of that progress under this new administration. We ask that you contact the U.S. Department of Justice, your governors and legislators to put a swift end to these policies that equate to excessive sentencing and slave labor. We need to see more nonviolent offenders like Ms. Johnson freed and given the chance to become productive members in our society. It is way past time to move forward.
All right, there we go. Sister Maxine, what do you think?
I was really kind of disturbed because I'm going like, what kind of statement is this for Donald Trump? Did he do this just to win us over a little bit? Like, okay, I'm going to do this for you, so I want to pull some of y'all on my side. So I'm really good. I'm glad that he did what he did. I wish he could do more since he did that one. Like you said, it's countless people serving time right now, men and women, for crimes like that. I just don't know his motive. What's behind that? Why would you do that? Why did he? I'm just thinking it's a motive. I'm glad he did, but I'm thinking maybe it's something else behind that. I don't know.
Good deal. Brother Marvin, what do you think?
Well, you have to think about who Donald Trump, President Trump is. He's a strategist. He's a businessman. He's a shrewd businessman.
Yes.
He's a businessman first, and he's a man about chess. And
Not checkers.
Chess.
Yes.
So he's very strategic in what he does. And I agree with Maxine. If you're going to release the plantation, you're not just going to release one.
Absolutely.
So there is a motive behind it. Now, even talking about with Judge Mathis, I'm an ex-convict, ex-gangster. I was in the prison system, the penal system. 510250 was my number name. And so, but here's the thing with that, like Judge Mathis, I didn't allow that to keep me down. Went to college. I'm a neuromuscular therapist. My name has reached China. I have a gift. I heal people. I'm a celebrity massage therapist. I do a lot of things, but I did not allow, because I am a melanated king, black man, I didn't allow that past to dictate my future.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of us, the brothers and sisters that's listening that look like me, you don't have to allow, well, the white man did this, the white man hold me. No. No, because when I tell you I'm from the streets, I used to sleep in drug houses selling dope. I done been shot. I died. I done shot people, been shot at, head busted by the police. So I done seen dead bodies and all that stuff. So I know what the Most High God can do. He did it for me. He can do it for somebody else. Well said.
Well said. Brother Jerome, what do you think?
My take behind all of this, I mean, it's nice that he did that. Like Maxine said, it'd be great if he could do more. But why did it take a reality star to go up there to get him to move? Like, why? I'm pretty sure people been at their door for the longest trying to get this done. There are people in jail for less things than that's been in there for years. So
Absolutely.
It's just sad that the whole criminal system is set up the way it is. But I mean, it's a good start, but let's do more. Let's not stop that. If it wasn't a publicity stunt, let's continue the process.
Agreed. All right, so here we go. First of all, this is one of two people that Donald Trump has pardoned. He's pardoned more than two, but this is one of the two I want to talk about.
Right.
Sylvester Stallone and Lennox Lewis and one other boxer, his name escapes me. They went to ask for a pardon for Jack Johnson because he was basically railroaded when he was alive, and they did everything they could to bring him down, and they were successful at it. So he received a posthumous after he passed away, he pardoned him.
That word.
Yeah, thank you. Posthumously, I can't get it. I messed up. But anyway, we'll get it. And those were celebrities. So then he pardoned Scooty Libby and Dinesh D'Souza. Both of those guys admitted they lied. They lied and they broke the law. They admitted it. There was no, it's suspicious. No, they broke the law. They admitted it. They were convicted. Bottom line, pardon them. And now this conviction. What you have to understand is, just like you said, Brother Marvin, this guy's a master strategist. You can't be bigoted 364 days, and then one day of the year,
That's right.
you're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna release this grandmother right here, because it makes sense. Now, what he's saying to the NFL teams, all you guys who want to kneel for the national anthem, send me a list of people you think were wronged, and I'll pardon them too. How about that? How about we send him Philando Castillo? How about you pardon him? How about all these people, Freddie Gray, all these people who were killed, Sandra Bland, in the hands of legal authorities? Let's really start thinking about what we're talking about here. We're not talking about pardoning one or two people. We're talking about wholesale change. And your Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, undid what President Obama did by recommending that these nonviolent offenders, first of all, have a different type of sentencing structure, and he also took away the contracts with those private or for-profit prisons. First thing Jeff Sessions did when he got back in office, he renewed those contracts, and he said, we're not going to keep the advisement from the previous Attorney General. We're going to do it this way, just like we did before. So, Trump, if you're really serious, and I applaud you for what you did in this instance, you've earned it. But if you're really serious, how about you get your Attorney General in check? You talk about him every day. You don't like him anyway. How about you get him in check and have him do something to affect change in the penal system? Don't talk about it, be about it. Brother Mark?
Well, let's go a little deeper than that. How about reparations? We're going to go a little deeper. You got the Jewish Holocaust.
That did not happen in America.
They got reparations
from America.
They run Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? So
Sure.
What about us? What about our reparations? What about going to the United Nations? Why we got to have signatures, over 100,000 signatures, just to say genocide is happening? It is it's deeper than that. It's genocide. That's what it is. How about you go to the United Nations, use your authority? You know why you can't do that? Because presidencies, they're puppets. because
I agree.
it's a bigger order that's running.
Sure.
And so, how about that? Go to the United Nations, these people who are really in charge, and stop it, because people can stop it. You know, they can stop it. They don't want to.
There's money in it.
Yes.
Right.
There's a lot of money in it. Let's just be real for a second, then we'll get back to the play. If you didn't know, Judge Mathis alluded to this, there are several major corporations that are profiting right now off slave labor.
Yes.
And you go to them every day. You buy food from them every day.
That's right.
You buy virtually everything else from them. You can go under that roof, and people are having a virtual party in some of these places that are profiting off slave labor. There are some companies that have telesales call centers where you call in to speak to a representative, and that agent number they're giving you, that's their name number. It is what it is in this country. Cheap slave labor. Cheap slave labor has been going on for centuries, not decades, centuries in this country. So let's keep it in perspective here. Now, I don't want to get too deep, but I told you we could if we need to, but I don't want to go too far with it. What I want to do now is I want to bring it back to the play. Now, Brother Marvin, I made a request earlier. If you give us just a little sample, little teaser trailer, sizzle reel, whatever you want to call it, of your character. All right,
Oh,
here we go.
y'all got potential. I got some connections over there at Turner Chapel. They got a drama ministry, a dance ministry. They even got a choir. You don't even have to be a member to join. I'll check with Young Voices United for some professional classes for y'all.
I'm
He'll
digging
play
it.
something for you too.
Oh, you gonna play something? No, that came from the. Oh, I was about to say that didn't come from me. That came from the.
Give you one note.
Let me play you
Well, no.
something. Let me play you something. That's his favorite line.
play something for
play
you.
you something.
Let me play something for you.
Good deal. Good deal. Okay, Maxine, tell us about some of the other characters in the play.
Okay, I have the homeless woman. She wasn't able to be with us today, and that's where the battle is: the good and evil. You got to decide who's good and who's evil between the homeless blind man and the homeless woman. They sit on the corner, and people come through them. I actually play one of the parts. I play a drug dealer, hardcore gangster.
Now you gonna have to do some hellified acting for that, because I can't even see it.
That's me all day.
All day?
All day. So I'm one of the characters.
Okay.
Lady Midnight.
Lady Midnight.
I'm all about the money, honey.
All right.
Yes. So then I have other characters. I have gang leaders. I have a runaway girl. I have a line man. I have evangelist that comes through, want to pray for you. You know, but who's going to pray for you? You want to pray for me, but who's going to pray for you? I know what's really going on underneath that skin. So, you know, we just have different characters like that.
Good deal. Good
Yes,
deal. Now, how
yes.
can people get tickets for the play?
Tickets, you can actually go to, let me give you the website. The website is www.earlsmithstrand.org, or you can call the Strand box office, and that number is 770-293-0080.
Okay, give us the website one more time and the phone number one more time.
One more time is www.earl, E-A-R-L, Smith, S-M-I-T-H, Strand, that's S-T-R-A-N-D .org.
Okay.
earlsmithstrand.org.
Okay.
And the post office, the box office is 770-293-0080.
Good deal. Good deal.
Two shows, 2:30 and 7:30.
All right. Now, Brother Jerome, when people walk away from this play, what are they going to take away from it?
Very simple. They will, going forward, they would look at homeless people totally different.
Okay.
You would not, you know, a lot of time you see somebody on the street. I hear people all the time say, "Get away from me. I don't have any money from you." But you really don't know the story behind it, and it's going to actually give you a different perspective.
Good deal. Brother Marvin, what do you think? What are people going to take away from the play when they see it?
Yeah, they're going to take away, like, they're going to look at themselves. They're really going to look at themselves. No one is exempt. There's good and evil in each and every one of us. No one is exempt.
Right.
And so I can relate to the character. And it seemed like Maxine always put me with characters that have parallel with my life. You know, I used to be homeless and slept out of my car, you know, when I first came down here in Atlanta 12 years ago. So I can kind of relate in a sense. You know, it's a blessing that I had a mobile home, but nonetheless, I was homeless. So I can kind of relate.
Understood. Maxine, what are people going to take away from it?
They're going to have to face who they are. You You know, like I said, with your shell, you can easily fool someone, but you got to accept who you are. And if you don't like that person, you can't change that person. You're the only person who can change you.
Good
so
deal.
I'm just going to say they can go take a look in the mirror and say, do I like me? Can I change me? It's about you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I want to do something different again. I didn't send you this in advance. This is something completely off the cuff. There's been this debate going on. It's been going on for a long time now. Maxine, I just want to know your thought. Who is the GOAT? LeBron or MJ?
Oh my goodness.
I just want to know. Just pick one. What do you think?
I'm old school. It's got to be MJ.
Got to be MJ.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Brother Marvin, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say old school.
Old school?
Yeah, I go old school.
Michael Jordan. Okay.
Because he's the trailblazer.
Yes.
These other
Okay.
guys looked up to him.
Okay.
There you
Fair
go.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Brother Jerome?
Let's say LeBron or MJ. MJ, of course.
MJ. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. I need everybody to understand something. They're both great in their eras.
That's right.
They both done their thing. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You cannot deny the fierce, fiery competitor that Michael Jordan still is, and was on the court. I want you to think about the era he came up in. You would go to the hole and get beaten down. There was no flagrant foul.
That's right.
You got fouled flagrantly, of course. It was just a regular foul. It wasn't suspension unless blows were thrown. And he found a way to excel. Now, LeBron's, time frame is a little different. However, you cannot deny that when he gets on the court, it's everybody else and LeBron.
That's right.
He's in his own category, and he's made some incredible strides. He's been to the playoff or to the finals. What is it? What is this? 8th final in a row?
9.
No,
It's 8 in a row. Yeah,
eight in a row.
9 total.
Now, I'm sorry. I want everybody to understand when I make my pick of who's the GOAT, I want everybody to understand something. I mean this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're both great.
That's right.
We ain't got to tear one down to edify the other one.
That's right.
They both got their own thing going. Now, this is what I will say. MJ was just too quiet for me when it came to social issues. So was Magic. They were too quiet. Now, I'll give LeBron his credit. LeBron will speak up. LeBron, Jordan did his thing, and he's still doing his thing behind closed doors. He's donating, but he's not doing it publicly. Don't get it twisted. He's always given money. He's only gone public one time with it, and that's when he gave money to social causes and the police at the same time, equal amount. That's the only time he ever went public. Otherwise, he's been quiet. LeBron don't care. LeBron said, I'm going to give money, and I'm going to run my mouth, and I'm going to speak up. And what you going to do about it? No, I ain't going to shut up and dribble. I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to put this hoodie on right now. You shot my little brother. And my whole team, all my teammates, we're going to take this picture and we're going to wear our hoodies out on the floor. Jordan would never do that. He just would never do it. So I'm going to put it to you like this. They're both great when it comes to being a vocal representative for the community and the needs of the community. By far, it's LeBron. On the court, both of them the greatest of their era. The greatest of their era, because if you're talking rings, it ain't neither one of them. It's Bill Russell.
True.
If you're talking total points, it ain't neither one of them. It's Kareem. Let's keep it in perspective. Bottom line, I'll take both of them. They both play a significant role in what they do. So let's stop the debate. What's the point of it? They ain't never going to play each other. Not at their prime. It's impossible.
Right.
We can do the simulations on the game, but right now what we're doing is counterproductive. LeBron got swept because he lost to a better team.
That's right.
They had no chance against Golden State. Everybody knew it. Not the team that he had. No. Now, if he still had Kyrie,
Different game.
different game. I saw this meme. It's the only little crack I'm going to take. Somebody said that even the GOAT needs some curry. I love it. I love it. Curry GOAT. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me. All right. So, Maxine, final thoughts. Tell me this. If people wanted to follow you, if you want to share, how would they find you on social media, or if they want to reach out for you to partner for collaboration, where would they go to find you?
We have a website. Go to our website. We got a Facebook page. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. And what else we're on, Jerome?
I believe you covered
That's
everything.
it?
Yeah.
Covered
Yes,
everything?
so we do have a website as well.
Okay, what's the website?
The website is www.thejmaxiproductions.com. That's THEJMAX Productions.com.
Wonderful. Brother Marvin, if people wanted to find you, if they got this dynamic script they want you to read, how would they find you?
Well, well, you can find me Marvin Baldwin Jr., Instagram and Facebook, the same. Yeah.
Marvin Baldwin Jr.
Yes, sir.
Good deal, good deal. Brother Jerome,
Yes, sir.
if they wanted to contact you because they got this dynamic play that needs funding, how would they find you, brother?
You will find me at Instagram,
Okay.
J Maxi Pro.
Okay.
They will find me at Jerome Rowland55 at gmail.com. Yes.
Good deal, good deal. All right, now I got this one last well said for you guys. Malcolm Jenkins from the Philadelphia Eagles had some reporters around him, and they were asking him questions. Now, first of all, everybody, let's keep it in perspective. Nobody's trying to disrespect the flag. Nobody. That's not why Colin Kaepernick started kneeling, not because of the flag. Remember, at first he just sat down. Then he spoke to a veteran, and the veteran said it's disrespectful for you to sit down to the flag, but you can take a knee, because we do that all the time. We take a knee. We take our hats off and we take a knee.
That's right.
And that's what he did. And then the narrative shifted from social activism to disrespecting the flag. So we're going to play this video. We want to come back, get your comments on the video, and then we'll wrap up for hour one. All right, let's play video. This is Philadelphia Eagles star Malcolm Jenkins and his message to reporters. Let's roll clip.
Malcolm, is it? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? There's, this is you guys are kind of embroiled in this controversy with the White House. And Trump.
Yeah, they throw the phone.
Are you not going to say anything today, or just going to use these posters?
Could you hold it up again? We couldn't see it.
What aren't we listening to?
Could you hold it higher, please?
Could you hold it higher so we could see it?
What does it have to do with not going to the White House yesterday?
So you're spreading this message. This is the message you want us to be listening to. How, we know you're big on social justice and social movement, but how are you going to take steps maybe this offseason to continue to promote this?
Do you feel it was fair for the president to cancel the White House trip, even though a large majority of players were not planning on attending? Malcolm, are you upset with the White House's decision to cancel the event?
Malcolm, is the message being lost?
Why have you chosen this course of action to respond to questions?
Is there any one of these particular stats that stands out to you that you would like to hold up again as something that we are not listening to further?
Are you upset with the White House and the president for canceling the trip?
Malcolm, who isn't listening? All of us?
Matt, can you show the first floor? That's the first one.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Is there anything you want to say on camera, Malcolm?
No, that's pretty much it here. Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, Malcolm.
Excuse me.
Okay. Mr. Maxine, what do you think?
I think that was well said.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Absolutely.
Well said.
Brother Marvin.
Silence is more powerful than speaking any word.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Brother Jerome.
Nonverbal cues. On point.
Now, everybody understand that was someone taking the narrative, taking control of the narrative back.
That's right.
Because it's been stolen. All we're talking about now is protesting the flag, and the person that stole it is Donald Trump. Now, they started stealing it before Trump came along because they started saying you're disrespecting the flag to excuse them not listening, to excuse them not trying to understand. Here's the thing. If someone doesn't agree with me, I want to understand more of their perspective. I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to understand where you're coming from.
Exactly.
So we can continue to coexist, because we ain't got to agree on everything. We got to coexist, though. So what I want everybody to understand is all you people who were caught up in the non-patriotic stands, you have to remember that this country was founded by people who protested the current government that they were a part of. They protested for the right to express themselves through religion, through free speech, and the pursuit of liberty and happiness. That's what they protested on. So now you mean to tell me that it's patriotic to force somebody to stand for the flag, and you call yourself a patriot? There is a fine line between patriotism and anarchy, and you're teetering on the wrong side of it. Teetering on the wrong side of it. So to all my conservative friends, I need y'all to sit y'all asses down for a second. Try to understand why we are protesting. We're not making this stuff up. I can pick a video every day of the week that's a new video that will show police brutality in my community. Every day of the week, a brand new one. We're not making this stuff up. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to believe it because you like to be able to call the po-po when we're having a barbecue. Or when we're doing a cleanup on the side of the road. Or when we're in a movie theater and our pants are sagging. Young man the other day was arrested and kicked out of a movie theater because his pants were sagging. Now I need you to understand they charged him with trespassing. How can you protest or how can you trespass when you paid to get in? He had popcorn he paid for. They knocked it out of his hand. He had a ticket for a movie. They kicked him out of the theater. That's not trespassing if I paid. Sagging pants, I get arrested for sagging pants. Don't get it twisted. I don't like it. At the same time, that's not against the law. It's ridiculous. Now, brother, I want everybody to understand something. I can feel you, brother. What you got? You got feedback. I feel it.
Look, I'm not against the flag at all. But think about what it says. And a lot of people don't listen. Like the brother was saying, you're not listening.
Absolutely.
And we don't listen. I pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Here's the next part. Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, why would I want to represent, stand, kneel, go to sleep, roll over and be dead for a flag that's totally opposite of what's going on in our communities?
Well said. Well said. Well said. All right, we're bringing hour one to a close. First of all, I want to thank each one of you for coming out. Now, the play is called The Corner. This is a J. Maxey production. You can expect the best from this play. It's written and directed by Maxine Williams Wright. Now, we have my brother right here. Give us your full name again. I want everybody to know because I got a question on Instagram. They didn't get your name in the beginning.
Marvin, hold up. It's tell me a secret. It's Marvin Baldwin Jr. Yeah, Marvin Baldwin Jr., Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, you find me anywhere.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Brother Jerome, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate it. Yes, now listen, we're going to take a commercial break. I want y'all to watch these commercials. You know, the good thing about commercials is sometimes they're funny. These are 2 hilarious commercials I picked for you. We're going to watch them both and we'll be right back. This is
The
Let's Talk
Theory
About
of
It Live with
Evolution.
Jeffrey L. Miller. Let's roll that commercial. Here we go.
You know what I always thought was some bullshit? The theory of evolution. Man came from monkeys. Well, why the hell we still got monkeys then? For those of you who believe that shit, well, maybe it applies to you. If that shit was true, every now and then the monkey would show up in your ass every now and then because it's in your DNA. Think about it, fellas. If you making love to a woman, you get to the point where you about to climax. Don't you think that monkey would come out of this a little bit? Oh, shit. Right there. Right there. I go for ladies too. I mean, you see your man walking around in the mall with a damn other woman. You don't say nothing. You don't want to alert him to your presence. But what you'll do, you'll stand on the other side of the room and shit in your hand and throw it at his ass. That's what a monkey do. And some human traits would probably show up in some damn monkeys too, don't you think? I mean, sure, we eat bananas, but hell, I ain't ever seen no monkey with a plate of barbecue. You ever seen an orangutan with a lace front weave? Hell no. And I know some of y'all out there, well, philanthropists found human bones that were very similar to an egg. No, them was just some big ass monkey bones. You imagine having a child with a motherfucker who got that damn monkey DNA in him? She be dragging you to court trying to get more chimp support out your ass. You imagine trying to holler at a woman who got that strong monkey DNA in her? Hey, what's your name? Chi-Chi Witherspoon. You kind of cute, Chi-Chi. Want to go back to your place, Chi-Chi? Okay. Where you stay at? Up in that tree over there. That's why I'm calling bullshit. I know ain't nobody come from no damn monkey. Especially not black folk. Monkeys climb trees. You know your black ass scared of heights. We can't even stand on the bottom step of the porch and look down without having a damn anxiety attack. How the hell we come from a monkey? Anybody want...
They about to rumble out. They about to rumble out.
Yo! Amen. Thank you, Lord. Look how God showed up, talking about y'all fighting out here in the doggone rain like this action movie. There's a storm outside. All y'all need to be at the damn house, unplug everything, turn all the damn lights off, lay your ass down in the bed and be quiet. Y'all lucky I'm not the Lord. I'd have struck all y'all right in the crack of your disrespectful asses. Boom! Right in your ass, make your ass fall off. Rump roast everywhere. Maybe if your parents had to put some thunder and lightning to your ass when you was younger, you wouldn't be out there. Strike them right in the ass, make your ass look like them little rotisserie chickens they get from Walmart. After that, ain't nothing you do. Pick your ass up, take your ass home, put it on the plate with some rice and beans and eat it. That's right. Eat it. Eat it. I'ma cook your ass so you can eat it. That way your ass can finally be worth the shit.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
We are back. Hour number 2. We're about to get crunk once again. Now, we got one of my favorite guests on the show. Now, listen. I need y'all to understand something. When I first found out her name, I'm like, your name is what? And I'm like, okay, break it down for me. April Disco Goddess, welcome back.
Thank you,
All
Jeffrey
right.
L. Miller.
All right, come on, talk right into that microphone now.
Thank you, Jeffrey L. Miller.
All right, good to see you again.
Motivational speaker.
Uh-oh.
Radio personality.
Uh-oh. Keep on going.
And fine man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. So it's been a minute since I've seen you. What you been up to?
Oh my God, I'm just trying to save the world.
Okay.
One TV show at a time.
One TV show at a time.
Yes.
Good deal. So tell us about your newest project.
Well, it is called Don't Be Intimidated, Dating Docuseries.
Okay. Don't be intimidated. Dating docuseries. All right. Don't be intimidated by what?
By whatever attributes the women have. Her height, her success, her beauty.
Wait. So this is for the men not to be intimidated by the women.
Yes.
Oh, you ain't tell me all that.
We're trying to help you brothers out.
Y'all put y'all seatbelts on. It's going to be a good hour, too. We're about to get into it. Okay, good deal. Good deal. First of all, let's do some introductions. We'll start with you and we'll work our way around. You are?
My name is Shanisha Withrow.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. We just met April, Disco Goddess. You, sir?
My name is Dr. Love. I'm the first man in 6,000 years to understand women. Thanks for having me.
Dr. Love. You know what? I think we want to have you come around here. That way you'll be in the camera shot. Come on around here. All right. And you can just stand up for right now. Then that's cool. And ma'am, you are?
Sean Blanton.
Sean Blanton. Okay. Now, we got Dr. Love. I got to ask him a question first, because, that's what men do. We run the world. I don't care what Beyonce said. All right. So now you say you are the first man in 6,000 years to understand women. Break it down. What are we other men missing?
Well, see, Jeffrey, I've interviewed over 1,000 women informally, asking them why they choose to stay with one man over another. Mm-hmm. And I do it informally, so I don't, write it down in front of them, the answers to the questions, but I will write them on 3x5 index cards, go home, and conduct basically an index of these different cards and study what's more important in relationships.
Okay.
So it gives me a grasp of what I think I need to do as a guy approach in terms of dating.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Is he on to something? Come on up to the mic.
Interesting. I mean, I think it's a good concept. I think it's a great way to get some valid facts and, good, perspectives of women. So I think it's a good look.
Okay, good deal.
It depends on what his research have discovered.
Okay.
It depends on what he found. Mm-hmm. What have you found?
Oh, plenty. I know about women.
Don't let it all out now. We're gonna talk about it in just a second. Now, I like the way this is going though. Don't get it twisted. But we gonna get to the meat of it. It depends on what he found. That's your final answer.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think?
Ask me after you finish talking.
Oh my goodness. We about to get into it. Y'all buckle y'all seatbelts. Y'all know how I am now. Don't act like y'all don't know. It's about to be on and popping. Here we go. All right. So I want to know this question. I'm gonna ask each one of you this question. Give me the answer, please. Describe your worst date. Worst date.
To be honest, I don't have a bad date. All my dates. What? I don't. I have great dates. I promise. All my dates. Only thing I can say, I'm a Dutch kind of person. Maybe that would make it, like, I'm one of them persons that you pay for yours, I'm going to pay for mine.
Okay, so if he pull out his card and he insists you put your card away, are you putting your card away or you gonna still pay yours?
To be honest, I do feel like I will persist. I will be like, no, it's okay, I got it. But if he's persistent and, I do appreciate a man trying to, if he approaches me and like, I'm gonna pay, I'm like, no, I got it. But if he's persistent about it, no problem. It's
okay.
No problem.
All right, good deal, good deal.
No bad dates. I don't have any.
No bad dates.
No bad dates.
All right. April, worst date?
I have several bad dates. And since this is only 1 hour left in one day, I'll just tell you one that maybe the funniest. So you know how people say that big guys have little cars? You know, big, tall guys have little cars, and little guys have big, giant SUVs and whatnot. Have you never heard of that?
No.
Yeah. So I was my early 30s. I finally gave a guy a chance to take me on a date, and he's a big, tall guy, like 6'6", and usually they're intimidated, but he wasn't. So I didn't know at the time, he was a bouncer at a house music place I went to.
Okay.
I didn't know at the time that what kind of car he drove. So
Now you mean a literal car that's a small car?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Not a metaphor.
No.
Okay, all right.
An actual car.
Okay.
Okay, he's coming around, y'all. But let me tell you this. He pulled up in a clown car. And when he
Like a Geo Metro or something like that?
oh my God. He's like 6'6", so I don't know how he fit into a little like Chevy. What's a Chevy?
Cavalier?
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
but smaller.
They're looking for some of those in
Almost
Cleveland
like a
right now.
Volkswagen.
Okay.
So I hesitated, you know, if I was going to go out there or not. But I said, okay, he knows where I live. So I went in the car, and I had to strategically maneuver my body to fit in because I'm tall, too. I'm 6'2". But luckily, I'm flexible. So I got in the car, and the steering wheel was right by his belly. You know, that's not cute.
At all.
But it's okay, you're a big guy. But, I mean, the car is small. So anyway, the point where I had to just leave and say that I'm going to use the ladies' room and just leave the building, he took me out to the movies. And you know how you go and get your popcorn or whatever. So he said, what do you want? I said, you know, popcorn and pop. So he bought one popcorn, one pop, 2 straws. So I was like, wait a minute, are we about to share this? So, okay, I go sit down. So the popcorn is a big popcorn. I'm like, okay, I can share it. Then I'm looking at his nails to see if it's clean. Because I've always had a thing about I need clean nails.
Okay.
So
They were clean?
so
Okay.
that's fine.
Were they long?
No, they were regular, manly, masculine type length, you know.
All right.
So, you know, he said the popcorn, not in between us, but in between his legs. So I'm always...
Did you reach and get it?
Well, yeah, I got that popcorn.
Did you take the whole bag, though?
No, I left it there. So each time as I reached to get some, I see him, you know, just shake a little bit like he was nervous. Then all of a sudden he dropped and spilled all of the popcorn because it was still, you know, like towards the top. He's bent down. He scooped up the popcorn off the floor, put it back in the box.
Oh, no.
And put it in between his legs.
Wow.
And you know what I did?
You kept on eating it?
Bathroom.
I said, excuse me, let me use the ladies' room.
Did you say kept eating?
Yeah, 5-second rule.
No.
5-second rule.
Oh, my God.
Come on, Jeffrey.
I'm playing. 5-second rule.
You know what's on the floor of the movie theater?
Come on now, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
So gross. Oh, my God.
You're right, that is gross.
So, and then I never saw him again. But I was prepared in case he got up real quick to see me walk out the door, what I was saying. But no, I got on the bus and came home. I was like,
Wow. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay. But you made
I
it.
got her beat.
yeah, I'm here.
What's your experience?
But he brought his mother
He brought his mother
to the restaurant with us.
to the restaurant. Was it her birthday?
No.
Was it Mother's
my
Day?
birthday.
It was your birthday?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about it. I'm curious.
Me too.
We had been on several dates, and everything was pretty cool. We was doing real good, and he was like, well, we went to Maggiano's. And he was like, well, I'll meet you there. Normally, either I'll pick him up or he would pick me up. But this time, he was like, I'll meet you there. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe he's stopping to buy some flowers, or he forgot my gift, or, you know, whatever. So I'm going to give you that. I'll drive. You know, you're going to put some gas in my car, but I'll drive.
You got to put gas in your car?
Yeah, because he was supposed to come and get me. Yes.
Hold on a second.
What's
Hold on a
the
second.
rules, Jeffrey?
She done rang the damn bell up in this piece.
I
Whatsoever bell ringing happen up in here will be happening by me.
You better tell us the rules.
Boy, hand move fast as hell too. Bling.
I know, right?
Bling.
Just like she on Family Feud.
So I get to the restaurant before him, and we had reservations, and I told him where we were sitting. So I go to sit down, and I see him come in, and I see another lady, but I'm thinking maybe the lady is,
with somebody else.
With somebody else waiting. So both of them are walking my way, and I'm looking like, okay, maybe she going to the bathroom, because I'll be sitting by the bathroom. He pulls the chair out, and she sits down, and I'm like, am I being punked? Is Ashton Kutcher around or something? What's going on? He's like, oh, you never met my mom. I thought this would be the perfect time for you to meet my mom on your birthday.
Okay.
Okay, hell no.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So tell us about the rest of the day before I ask my question.
Okay, so she proceeded to order whatever she wanted. He proceeded to order my food. Yeah.
He ordered for you without consulting to see what you wanted?
Yeah, he ordered for me. He said he think I would like this, but she got to order what she wanted. I had a 2-drink minimum because his mother was there. Exactly. Say that one more time. I had a 2-drink minimum because his mother was there, and he didn't want his mother to think that I was an alcoholic.
Well, no, what you mean? So you could only get 2 drinks,
I
not
could
2 drink
only get
minimum.
2 drinks.
Okay, got it. I got it.
Yeah, I can only get 2 alcoholic beverages because his mother was there. And we had to set an example.
Did you drink Kool-Aid after that?
No, I got 4 drinks, and then I offered his and then I offered his mother one, and she drunk with me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Mom Dukes ended up being cool, and up until she passed, me and Mom was cool, but me and him wasn't.
So okay, all right, now, okay, tell us how the date ended.
It ended with me getting in my car, getting my money from him to get my gas, giving his mom a hug, and me going home.
So he had to pay for your gas to come meet him at a restaurant.
Because he was supposed to pick me up, but he couldn't get me and his mother in his car.
Well, he had a Corvette?
No. He was a big dude, and she was too.
Oh.
And a little
okay.
car.
Big dude,
A Dodge Caliber. We all wasn't going to fit in there, and I was bigger then, so we all wasn't going to fit.
Okay, all right. I understand. I understand. Okay. You, sir, what's your worst date?
Well, honestly, Jeffrey, it's so hard to have a bad date with me because I bring the happiness into women's lives. But
I don't believe that.
For the sake of the show.
Yes, Dr. Love.
All right.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, about 2 years ago, I went out with a woman about 7 times. I paid for everything. I asked her out for every date. Eventually, I stopped calling her. I wanted to test her and see if she's going to maybe offer to pay. And she never did. A year later, she calls me out of the blue, says, I want to take you out for dinner, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'll pick you up at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. I go there, and when we get in the car, I'm like, where are we going? She said, I don't know. You're paying for it. And I said, okay. Well, I'll play that game. And so I drove around for about 30 minutes, and she said, where are we going? I'm like, it's got kind of a homey feel to it. It's really familiar. You know, you're going to love it. You've probably been there before. You just didn't know it. So I drove around for 30 minutes, and then I dropped her back off at her house, and I walked her to the door, and then I threw her phone number away.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that one. I'm with you.
That wasn't good.
Okay, good deal. All right, now listen. Now let's get into this. Now we're talking about don't be intimidated by women. For men,
well, don't
that's
be
the premise of the show.
intimidated. Period.
Okay.
Because sometimes there's women intimidated by men as well.
Fair enough. So tell us what caused you to put this dating, the whole dating game together, the dating show together.
Jeffrey, it's so hard in Atlanta.
It's so hard.
It's so hard to find a decent man, Jeffrey.
Okay.
We can't just all clone you and be happy. So I wanted to find a way to meet men, good men, for the young ladies I know who are good women.
Okay.
Because people always say, hey, ain't no good black men and black women, this and that. Those stereotypes don't apply. Like your earlier guest said, those don't apply. And I wanted to show, have a good, positive light on men and women.
Good deal.
So.
All right, so I want to ask you this now, and this is to all the women that are the eligible daters. Now, are all 3 of you part of the show, eligible daters, or you as well?
Absolutely. Believe it or not.
Okay. All right, so here it is. I want to know this, and we'll start with you, Dr. Love. It is Dr. Love, right?
That's correct.
All right. Dr. Love, what's the most difficult thing about dating you from a woman's perspective? What would you say?
The most difficult dating dating from a male's perspective, or
the most difficult thing a woman would find when it comes to dating you.
To dating me, well, you know, I'm a clown. So I'm 90% humorous, 10% serious. Now that's my test against women, is just being an absolute clown. A lot of women don't like it. They like to roll their eyes a lot, so they can't handle the humor, right? So they get rid of me at date 3. But you know, ultimately, I think that's the hardest thing when women are dealing with me is my comedy and charm.
Okay, comedic charm. Okay. All right. What about you? Most difficult thing about dating you?
My mouth.
Oh. Why do you say your mouth?
Because I don't back down to anything and I don't accept anything. So I kind of intimidate men because I know who I want. I know what I am. I know my worth. And I'm just not going to settle for anything.
Settling. We're going to talk about the mouth and settling, too. Okay. April, most difficult thing about dating you?
I don't know what that would be, Jeffrey. I don't have a clue. But some of the complaints have been I'm too demanding. Can you understand that? I'm too demanding. Can you believe that? That don't sound believable, right?
That's not believable.
We've talked for a little while, Arsha.
Yes, absolutely.
I need y'all to understand the energy that she just delivered. You better answer this question the right way. Is basically what I felt. That's what I felt coming across the table. What about you? Most difficult thing about dating you?
I think I'm overly independent. I don't think I allow men to get the opportunity to kind of be gentlemen because of my guard. Like my wall is really, really high. And so, you know, y'all got to chip that. Y'all be chipping away for about 2 years,
2 years. 3, 4, 5 years.
It's not going to take that long. She's a sweetheart.
No, but it is. My guard, I think I'm overly independent, and I do, a lot of people say my guard is up. I got to kind of.
I want you to come up to the mic for me. That way people can hear you. Come on up to the mic.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so allow people to kind of, let my guard down and allow men to be a man and not, try to take control.
Okay, now, every week I do something about why some men and why some women are single. Talk about it every show that I do. The number one reason why some women are single, you named it, is your mouth, your uncontrollable mouth. Now, if a man comes home late, yeah, you're supposed to be upset with that. Yeah, you're supposed to say something. But if he comes home every day on time, he comes home from work 15 minutes late, he's earned you not saying nothing.
That's right.
15 minutes in Atlanta ain't nothing.
That's true.
25 minutes in Atlanta.
Ain't nothing. Traffic.
Now, 25 minutes, it should be some type of phone call, some type of communicate. 25 minutes. Come on now. You can let me know something.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 25 because, 25 is just less than 30. Now, when it gets to 30, that's definite. Something you need to call, let somebody know something. 25, at least a text. But 30, yeah, you should be hearing something. Uncontrollable mouth, and I like to make fun of this, an uncontrollable mouth would be mad at their man for coming home because the bridge caught fire on 85 North. And the uncontrollable mouth will say, you should have took 285. That's the uncontrollable mouth. You see where I'm going with this?
That's you.
See? Okay.
No, that's not me.
Now
I'm understanding on stuff.
But you know what I'm saying, though.
I know exactly. I got friends like that. Yeah.
The close friends.
No, not close no more. But yeah, they used to be.
Oh, they used to be.
He's hovering over the bell.
All right.
Don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Okay. Now another reason why I say some women are single, you kind of alluded to it. When a woman says, let a man be a man, you put yourself in a position where you think you can let a man be a man. And you can't do that to a real man. A real man's just going to be a man regardless of what you try, say, or do.
I agree.
Just is what it is. But here's something I found online. This is called When Bae Doesn't Call All Day. This is what y'all actually do to us that just drives us nuts. I want y'all to watch this little clip I found. This is a scientific, design video right here, that's going to talk to you about some of the things y'all put us through. This is real, this is scientific right here. This is science. But this is what y'all do to us sometimes. We got that video clip ready? Okay, no worries. Let's keep on talking about it. Now, I want everybody to understand something. Men got things that we do too that keeps us single, that makes it more difficult for y'all to trust. And I talked about them one thing today is we don't make good decisions sometimes. And when we don't make good decisions, y'all can't let your guard down because y'all can't trust us. Y'all can't trust us. You're going to keep the wall up. No matter how much we chip, you're going to keep putting new bricks in place.
That's true.
So I would submit to you, if the right man comes along, you're going to close your mouth.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're going to take the wall down. He ain't going to have to chip it down. You're going to take it down. if the right man comes along.
Exactly.
Is what it is. So let's look at this clip though, because this is what y'all do to us, and don't act like y'all don't know. All right, let's go ahead and roll clip. Here we go.
What's the matter now?
Glad you asked. I just come home from a long day of work. I had a crap load of meetings. I had a million emails from my boss. I had a ton of spreadsheets I had to update. Do you know what I didn't have today?
What?
A single damn text from you.
I knew you'd be busy.
Let me get this straight. At no point today did you feel the need to check up on me or just tell me you love me. Well, let me explain what happens inside my head when I don't hear from you all damn day long. Stage 1, I begin to worry that something happened to you. Stage 2, I begin to think of you home with another woman. Stage 3, I prepare to find you home with said woman. Stage 4, I talk myself off that ledge by eating my weight in peanut M&Ms. Stage 5, I feel extreme guilt for eating so much, so I go through an entire self-loathing battle where I finally decide to aim my frustration towards you. Stage 6, I finally decide I'm going to be a bigger person and say nothing and just slam all the doors in the house so that you finally ask me, what's wrong?
This is not healthy.
You can't be bothered to send a simple text saying, I love you, babe.
I don't have to text you all the time to let you know that I love you.
I'm going to let you sleep on that.
Now that video is real. That's scientifically, formulated, and that's what y'all do to us. Don't be looking over here like that.
Scientifically?
Scientifically, yes. That was the Kendall Science Laboratory of research. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. All right, so here we go. Now, I got a clip of the dating show, and the clip is basically talking about what the dating show is about. It kind of introduces us to it. Before we play it, tell us more about how somebody, if they need to participate in it, how they can get in touch with you to become a dater, a bachelor or a bachelorette on it.
Okay, there's a selection process. So the first thing you have to do is submit your bio. Mm-hmm. And still today, people don't know what bio means. Mm-hmm. Google it. And what you can do is go to the website and click contact.
Okay, what's the website?
It's www.oneloveonehousetv.com with the number 1.
One more time.
oneloveonehousetv.com using the number 1.
Okay, so we have a clip for the Don't Be Intimidated Dating docu-series, and we're going to play that in just a second. One more thing. First of all, tell us about your vision. You've done a couple of videos and a couple of TV series now. What inspires you to keep producing like this?
Well, I'm only going to do 2 shows because I'm only one person, and I have to be blessed with a staff and interns and all that. Mm-hmm. So Undercover Detective is my only scripted show for actors, who need more material and independent artists. And that's dealing with social issues. It also deals with a little bit like the dating. But the dating show, I didn't want actors. I wanted real people who were finding it difficult in Atlanta to find a real good man and not someone with hidden down low agendas and everything like that, Okay. So that's why for that.
Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, here we go. This is the dating documentary TV show. Let's go ahead and play a clip. We'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Well, I've been stuck for 4 years, so I'm going to have to go to the clinic with y'all.
A lot of people fake it, so how do we know?
Well, after I go to the clinic and then I do my test, I have to make a determination.
Are you a doctor?
Yes, I'm a dexologist.
I've explored guys to have a vagina, right? That's what they care about. True question.
So do you feel like you could change a woman?
I mean, if she's fine,
but I'm talking about if she's a lesbian.
Straight up gay?
Yeah.
So,
I don't feel that way.
Because like they say a lot of women are that way because they have been like, wait, you can't say that.
Okay. So these group discussions look like they get kind of off the chain a little. Did she drop it like it's hot?
Let me tell you.
Hold on a second.
How old she is.
Did she drop it like it's hot?
Yes, she did in the middle of the restaurant.
And she brought it back up.
Brought it back up slow. And she made up mention that. She said she want a man that could drop it down and bring it back up slow.
But what if he drop it down and it stay down, but he come back up? What is that okay? Is that permissible?
Not from what she said.
Not from what she's saying. Okay. Hey, look. I just saw her drop it down. Now, we don't want to know how old she was. I just know she looked. She was seasoned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't mean disrespectful, but
she'll tell you.
She'll tell you.
Okay.
She'll tell you.
What is she looking for?
Proud.
What is she looking for?
Age. She's looking for a man that does not have a cane.
A man that doesn't have a cane.
Yes.
What if he has a kickstand?
She doesn't want any kind of mechanical equipment.
Period.
Would you tell him?
She want the same thing
we want. The same thing we want. The younger people want. She just wanted in her age range.
That's right. And I think that I think that age nowadays don't even matter. I think we need to kind of look past age because she's current and she's
Age matters.
Age does matter. To a
Let's
certain
talk
degree,
about
it
it.
does.
Let's talk. Age matters.
Really?
Yeah, age matters.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got a cutoff.
I do too.
At a certain age, you are not ready for this ride. I'm sorry, you're just too young. Y'all laughing, but I am dead ass serious. You are just not ready. In instances like that, I don't even ring the bell. It's just what it is. I believe that a man my age, there's a certain age you do not go beyond. It just is what it is.
Must be this tall to ride this ride.
No, you ain't got to be that tall. You just got. Anyway, let's keep on going. I'm ringing the bell now, but let's keep on going. So there was a part in this clip where somebody was talking about your credentials. You have this title. I heard it. I'd like for you to repeat what this title is that you're an expert in. What's that title?
The all-new Acura RDX with ELS Studio 3D sound. It's everything we ever imagined and then some.
Come on, say it. We got the parental advisory in the corner. Okay. Now, I need you to break that down for the layperson. What do you mean?
Well, I know how dicks work, and I know the size of dicks before I see it when I see the man. I can tell by how a man is built, whether he's packing or lacking. And then I can also give the guy some advice on how to increase the girth.
Yes.
And I can tell the guy how to maneuver his body to pleasure himself and his woman better.
Now, does that? Okay, I'm gonna ask you first. We'll come around because she's adjusting her shirt. She been comfortable all day long, but now all of a sudden she got to adjust her shirt. Well, I tell you what. All right, so does size matter?
Yes, size does.
The size does matter.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, definitely.
April, does size matter? Child. She said child. Boy.
My age coming out. Hold on. Yes.
All that. And yes, it matters. Yes. Okay. Does size matter?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Love Doctor, you the only man in this building other than me. Okay. Do you believe that what we are born with is enough to bring the right type of stimulation to the women that we date?
What do you mean stimulation? Physically or emotionally, mentally?
Right type of stimulation. You pick what works for you.
Well, I think I had to study women, honestly. I don't think I had what it takes beforehand. I had to study women. I had to interview them and just figure out what they are because they're, biologically different than us. They have different needs. So you have to study. Do your homework.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm a proponent of that. I believe that every man has the capability to deliver the goods in spite of his packaging. What he has to do, though, he has to know his woman. He has to know how to stimulate her on multiple levels. What happens is, and this is from my own research, a woman's body will adjust to the man, whether he's bigger or whether he's smaller.
That's true.
The first couple of times, if the man is just, you just hung like a horse, it's going to be difficult. But eventually, her body is going to adjust. And then, not that she'll get used to it, it'll still bring her pleasure, but her body's going to adjust. Similarly, If there's a man that's a little, less, he may have to do a different type of working out to get her body to respond. And if he works it out the right way, her body won't be able to help itself. That's what I believe. Now I see these faces. These faces have gotten contorted over here. I love it. So you ladies don't agree. Tell me why you don't agree.
I agree to a certain extent. Agree to a certain extent. You know, I've had a smaller package friend. However, he's able to, like you said, please in other ways. However, I think what I prefer is dick. You know what I'm saying?
But
and if
they both got one, right?
Please me, yeah, but
she is clapping her hands.
But I mean, it's cool. Yeah, you good. The face game is right. You know, the foreplay is good.
Face
you
game.
Talk.
The mouth.
Yeah, the mouth.
The mouth.
Yes.
I just wanted to clarify so people knew what they were talking about.
The oral sex is good.
Okay.
You know, the foreplay is good. Everything is good, but when it came to sexually pleasing me with his penis, it was just. It was nothing. I'm just like,
you could have had
miss me with that part.
Miss you with that part.
Yes. We'll just focus on what you do, what you're good at.
Okay, so did he did he attempt different positions? Was he strategic with it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but at times it just wasn't working for him.
Did he tie you up? Did he whip you?
No, we don't.
Did he?
I just know. I mean, I think he did. We had discussions.
Y'all pull over on the side of the road. You tried.
Oh, hey,
Did he really push the boundaries? Did he break out the hot wax?
He tried. The hot wax and on the side of the road does not increase the length of or the width of your penis. So
okay, but it might heighten.
Matter.
It might heighten the
No,
you know.
you got a pencil dick.
No.
If you got a what?
Pencil dick.
Yeah, it don't work.
It's not gonna get any bigger.
It's not gonna work.
I don't know. For me, it just was nothing. And
nothing.
think in my first, and that was just one experience. And after that, I was done with it. It was just like
Wait. So you gave him one chance?
Well, I mean, he was cool. I know we had relations over time, and then probably after, like you said, the third time it was like.
So you gave him 3 good quality attempts.
I gave him because I'm a communicator.
So sweet.
I give people the opportunity. I want you to know that you're bad at something, and this is what you need to correct. It's work on this.
So you told him.
He was a good person.
But you told him. Did you communicate?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because I know if there's something I want to know what you like. I'm that kind of person. What you like, boo? You like it.
You know what?
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do what you like, and I think it should be the same in return. And if that's not what if you're not able to please me, there's nothing more. What else?
Fair enough. All right. What do you think? You saying that the man can't get in your mind enough to stimulate your body and get you to the promised land? If he got a pencil.
Because if it come out and we getting ready to get into, I'm gonna ask you, what is that? And what are you gonna do with it?
What are those?
Wait, but you gonna ask him.
What you know what he
But I'm
gonna ask you what you gonna do with it.
But what if you say I'm about to?
I don't believe in that. It's not the size.
But what if you ask him what he gonna do with it? He say I'm about to put this thing on you.
I'm gonna say what you about to do is put it back in your pants and go home.
So you gonna send him home?
I have.
She do got that mouth.
I have.
Okay.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
I believe you. Did they leave?
Yeah, he didn't have no choice.
So you say you got to go home. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out here.
But you got to get the hell up out of my house.
Well, I tell you
That's
what.
not working for me.
I tell you what.
I'm sorry. I'm a big girl. You can't come in there with a Vienna thinking that you.
A Vienna.
What you gonna do? That's why I don't. I had a guy tell me that I would never find love because he was a big dude and he was. I don't have a preference, but if you got Dunlap syndrome.
Where
your stomach done lapped over everything. If you have that syndrome and the favorite position is from behind, what you gonna do? Sit your stomach on my behind and try to get it up in there? That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So we're just gonna stop playing games and stop. I told you my mouth. Let's just be realistic. We're not gonna play these games because when I'm in that mood, you're not gonna sit here and play with me because then I'm ready to fight.
You ready to fight? Right. So what if he just grabbed you and said, "Girl, get your ass on this"? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna sit on his face.
Hey.
Okay.
Well. What that mouth
tonight?
do?
If you're not gonna leave, one of your mouth gonna work tonight.
Well.
Okay. All right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right. Love Doctor.
That's me.
Yes. Now, women think, that y'all be bringing it regardless. That whatever y'all give us is what we gonna take. But I need y'all to understand that all the time, what y'all bring to the table don't be as juicy as y'all think it.
Exactly. That's true.
You know, it just is what it is.
That's true.
That being the case, Love Doctor, have you encountered a woman that wasn't as juicy as she needed to be?
Well, absolutely. The juiciness really relies in the personality. You know, I would say looks is 20%. So, like, I could walk up to a 10, and she's a 0 because of her personality when she opens her mouth and says stuff I don't want to hear. So I believe that true juiciness is through interacting with someone, communication, personality. You know, it should be light and playful humor. It's not about, oh, well, I want this, I want that. You can be the hottest girl and instantly be a 0. Right.
Instantly be a 0. Okay. I got some comments from Facebook. Here we go. Amayu says, who is this Love or Dr. Love guy?
Tell them what it is.
Tell us who you are.
Well, I told you. First man in 6,000 years to understand women. That's it.
How do you know you're the first man in 6,000?
Because nobody else has done the research. They haven't done the field testing. They don't have the experience. No, guys just think about sex, sports, football.
Amen.
You know?
Yes, Love Doctor. That's all they care about.
You might be on this.
No, we don't.
She got a fan.
That is not all we think about.
She got a fan right here.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. Amayu says, I definitely want to check out the show. Well, check us out, Amayu. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read some more of your comments. Amayu says, dang, she put the man out? Yeah.
I did.
She put the whole man out.
The whole man
The whole
out.
man. Not
Shoes
half of
and
him, but the
all.
whole man out.
Shoes and all.
All right, here we go. LaShawna says, size matters. My experience has been that guys with the small packages lack confidence. Mm-hmm. The lack of confidence is a deal breaker for me.
Yes. Amen.
Let's talk about that.
Thank you,
now,
ma'am.
I do believe that confidence is an aphrodisiac to women.
It is.
You can come in and, you know, not have the biggest car, the best house, but if you walk in with confidence knowing that you're going to get it going, that will win you over a lot of women. Whereas some guys that have all the looks, but once you get to know them a little bit, you see just how insecure they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's because deep down, they're superficially confident. Mm-hmm. Agreed?
Agreed.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, here we go. Now, Amayu, this one's for you. All right, so you meet this guy, and this guy comes up to you. He says, listen, I want to wait. I want to wait. I want to get to know you. I want you to get to know me. Let's get together on a more intimate, mental type of way. Are you prepared to wait until, you either get in a committed relationship or you get married before you actually go and test drive the automobile? Well, actually, and for women, let's start with you, Love Doc. We'll walk our way this way.
I'm really excited about this question. So let's say I'm in a scenario where a woman and I have had about 4 to 12 dates. She asked me, so when are we going to, experiment down there? And I said, well, I'm kind of shy. I'm waiting till about 5 years after marriage because I like to make them wait. So I think it's a good thing to do that as a guy.
Fair enough. Wait a minute. All right, go ahead. What do you think? Well, I want to get your feedback.
Bullshit.
Now, 5 years is a long time now.
Oh, my goodness.
Now.
Okay.
Right.
But now, if the man says to you, being serious, now, I want to wait, because men, we will say that to you.
Right.
You say what?
My thing is, if the chemistry is right and we're vibing real good and I'm liking his personality and we can get along, I don't mind waiting a certain amount of time. But I'm going to tell you now, if you have me wait and we get to that point and it ain't no good, we got some problems.
So you saying if you make me wait and you end up being shout,
we
you
got
gonna be
some
mad?
problems.
What kind of problems?
Some serious problems. Because you done had me sit here and wait. I could have been getting some good, and you come over here with this garbage.
Cuffing.
And I had me waiting on you because I do like you. I like you, and I love your personality. But if you know that you ain't working with nothing, go on and tell me from the beginning, I really want to wait because I'm shy. Maybe I can look at you and help you come up with your confidence to get to that point. I might be the one to make you go out there and get the right wife because I'm not her. But, don't come in there and try to play the I want to wait game because you shortcoming. Don't do that.
She said shortcoming. Okay. Disco Goddess. He wants to wait. You like to do. What you going to do?
I'm going to wait because I want to wait. And also, how long is he going to wait? Because I'm not going to wait too long. He will be raped. And I'm a big girl, so what you gonna do?
Oh my goodness!
I will warn him.
You'll warn him. Okay. What do you think?
I'm in agreement. I'm okay with waiting. I feel like I prefer, even in my dating now, like I find that it's so common that men are so ready to get that body count. And when I say body count, it's just like they just out smashing and just ready for sex, and they feel like, oh, I need to test it out before I'm ready to pursue a relationship. So for me, I'm all about waiting. But again, like with the guy that said, there is a time limit. You know, I'm not fin to sit 3-4 years and I ain't test that dick out, because I promise you, in the same. Now I'm not gonna say no. I'm okay with not. I think I'm a little indifferent. I think I'm okay with not having great dick. Now you can't be you can't be a bottom. I know but you know what? I think sex is not everything, because I think it comes to a point in life that you're not gonna be able. What? I think when you 50, 60, my parents been married 30, 40 years, and they sex game is done and over. They have learned to build in love on a whole nother level outside of sex. But for me, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay. I'm just, I don't know. I'm a little indifferent. I want love. I want somebody to love me for who I am and appreciate me and embrace me. I'm on a whole nother level.
And you want good sex,
Yeah,
too.
no, you said one thing.
And you want good sex, too.
I feel like there's all different ways that you can get good sex. Now, I don't want no little dick. No, I don't.
See there, but what if you love him and he's loving you the way he's supposed to, and he got the itty bitty dick? What you gonna do then, boo?
What you gonna do?
I think there is.
Now you got
The story done changed up a little bit.
I don't know. To be honest, I can't really give a real valid point on that. But I'm open. I'm just saying. But I'm okay with waiting.
All right, good deal. All right, one second. We got a caller. Caller, thank you for calling. Let's talk about it live with Jeffrey R. Miller. Give us your name and your question and your comment.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Rico Mack from that SAV. C-Pope, baby. What's happening?
All right, Rico, welcome to the show. Give us your comment or your question, sir.
Well, my comment is it's all about the energy. And I just want to make a reference to what y'all were talking about with the chemistry. It really boiled down to that, man, because if it ain't no sparks in the air and, attitude slang here and there, communication, I mean, it is what it is. It's just not going to work out, period. You know what I mean? And I think it's not really, I want to answer, reflect on the question that the young lady said earlier about, some men don't want to wait. It ain't really that. You see what I'm saying? It's not, to me, I feel like you're vibing good, because everybody know what they like when they first see a person. They know whether they want to smash that person or not. Let's just be real. But it's just about that attitude and how they feel, how mature they handle the situation when it's all over with. You know what I mean? Like how they act.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's basically, I feel everybody is adult. So it's really not a right or a wrong. You know what I mean? Because like the other girl said, she waited all this time and they did something and it wasn't about nothing to her. So it's like she felt like she wasted her time. So if you feel the need to do it, if the feel is mutual, let's get it on like Marvin Gaye did.
All right, brother. We thank you for the call. Appreciate that, brother.
No
Rico.
problem.
All right, now
All
listen,
right.
I got some
Take
more
it easy.
comments. Now, Amayu, I want you to understand something. You know I ain't got nothing but love for you, right? So don't think I was trying to be a little disrespectful or anything. I was just using you to springboard into that question. So here we go. LaShawna says, when was the last time this love doctor had a relationship? So here's the question. LaShawna want to know, when was the last time you had a relationship, sir?
Does she have a picture? Maybe tomorrow.
Oh, LaShawna's cool. LaShawna, he said maybe tomorrow.
All right then.
He said maybe tomorrow. LaShawna, you down? What you gonna do? Player?
Play.
Write your phone number on a piece of paper after the show and give it to me, please.
Oh, now
you.
that sounds like a brother's coming for something that he won't. LaShawna, be ready. LaShawna's cool. She's a friend of the show. Thank you so much. Erica Smith says, I know many elders that are having physical sex. Now I'm going to speak for myself here. You said people in their 50s, 60s. Hold on. Whoa. One second.
Go ahead.
I'm not too far from 50. Okay. And never mind. But I want you to understand, don't think 50. That's why I said that you got to be a certain age to ride this ride. Okay. Because at a certain point, it would be unfair.
Wow.
You know, so just keep it in perspective.
Excuse me.
Just keep it in perspective. All right, that's all I got to say about that. All right, so now, Love Doctor, I want you to understand now you're getting some traffic up on this piece right here. So tell people a bit more about you. I think you got some fans out there, the Love Doctor.
Well, I'll give you an interesting fact. I'm all about, teaching guys how to treat women, obviously. I give speeches at Toastmasters about this, about the 4 types of online daters and that kind of stuff.
Okay, now you said the 4 types. Give us
That's
2
correct.
of them.
I'll give you 2. There's the professional dater. Let me give you an example of an online dating scenario. I say, hey, how about we meet for an hour over coffee at Starbucks and see if I can make you giggle? The response of a professional dater is, I don't drink coffee. And you know what that means, Jeffrey? That means you have to buy me an $80 steak before I even consider looking at you in the face. So that is one example.
Okay.
And then there's the ego stroker, the girl that wants to constantly get to know you a little bit more. And she'll string you along for a couple of weeks. She'll text you back and forth and be like, oh, well, I'm not ready to meet just yet. I'm so shy. I just need to know
Wait a minute. I think
more."
somebody's convicted. Why are you laughing so hard? Does it sound like you? Does that shoe fit?
Not me, no.
But you know somebody?
I mean, but it sounds familiar.
Like one of your friends? One of your homegirls?
Someone I know.
All right. What's her name?
Oh.
Keisha.
Damn, Keisha.
Do I know Keisha?
Keisha, you got called out, Keisha.
Okay.
She called you out.
That's a shame.
That means she a real friend because she just called you out.
Look.
This is documented. It's on Facebook and YouTube. It's documented.
She
Okay.
love you, Keisha.
Good deal. Now, Amayu says that the Love Doctor is cute and sounds like fun. Okay. Now, y'all see that? Y'all saw him adjust his seat, right? Okay.
He set up a little higher.
All right. Now I got another question for you. This one's for you. Have you met that man that made you want to tone it down a bit? Have you met that man yet?
Yeah, I have.
What happened?
He lives too far away.
Too far away. What's too far away? No, don't be talking about you live in, Lithonia and you live in Snellville.
He actually lives in Baltimore, Maryland.
Well, okay. Now that's a hellified commute.
It is.
Okay. No plans to try to get back together, nothing?
At this moment in both of our lives, we're just trying to get. We've been friends for years. We're just trying to get to the point to where if we decided to make it work, then that's what we would do. We keep contact. We talk daily.
Okay.
We're real good friends, but the distance is not going to work because I need somebody here, and he, with the job that he has, he's not able to just leave his job like that and come here. So
Understood. Fair enough. We'll come back to that in a second. What about you? Have you met the man that made you want to bring the walls down? Damn, she said, hell no.
No, I've been
Nobody
married.
even close?
I've been married, so
Wait, your husband didn't have you bringing the walls
Yeah,
down?
well, you know what? Yes, he did. It took some time, and I used to be kind of in the same position as Sean. I had a really nasty mouth, and I was really selfish.
Nasty?
Well, I mean, I was. You the one who was like, I'm gonna tell her, get out with your little dick ass.
that's right. That's not no nasty mouth. That's just a truthful mouth.
I'm just saying, but for men don't. They don't. It's just, for me and just in my relationship, I just know that my mouth, I had a bad mouth. I had a nasty attitude. And so my husband was patient enough and he loved me for who I was. And, it's a growing process. You know what I'm saying? So I built and I learned a lot of things in my relationship. So now that I'm single, nah.
You hadn't met anybody yet?
Okay. No, sir.
Okay, fair enough. April, what about you? You met that man that, has found a way to get to that really, really vulnerable side of you and bring it out and make you want to just give it all to him? Have you met that man yet?
Yeah, I did in my 30s and my 20s, but I was being disco goddess and I missed an opportunity.
Okay.
But now that I am 52 and still want it,
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm ready for a relationship, and I know what it takes to have a good one.
Good deal. All right, Love Doctor, what about you? Have you met that woman that you wanted to, really be serious with? You still keep your the comedy side, comedic side, but she brought out something in you that made you really want to be more serious. Have you met that woman yet?
Well, I'm on a singles dating show, so not yet.
Okay. Okay, nobody in your past?
Yeah, I mean, there have been girls that I felt more comfortable with. You know, I'd open up a little bit, but as a guy, you know, I stick to being a clown as much as I can because, you know, it's always good to just keep it funny as long as you can. It keeps it fresh.
Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, here we go. Erica Smith says, before my pure romance business, I would have thrown away a relationship because the male was weak or lacking in the bedroom, even if everything was working right. Here's my question. Now, we talk about settling. Somebody mentioned, I think you mentioned settling earlier. If the man meets everything else, and the one thing he lacks is length and girth and things like that, are you, and we'll start with you, are you going to let that man go? Everything else on your list, 9 out of 10, are you going to let that man go because he's not packing 10?
I'm going to be honest. No. No, I won't.
You going to keep him?
Yeah, I'm going to keep him. Are you crazy? It's like these men nowadays are the worst.
Crazy.
You know, I feel like even though, no, I might not be pleased, but I feel like I said before, I do feel like there's other things that you could do. You know, now it's surgery. Like
surgery?
Babe, let's save up. We're gonna save up, boo. We gonna get you. We gonna get you that lip. I love you. But I'm just saying, it's I promise. It's all kind of options. So I think I've been through a lot in my past, and I'm in a place in my life where, like I said, I want happiness. So I'm not really stressed. Sex to me is not a number one. That's not one of my top 3 things. You know, yes, do I want good sex? Yeah, of course. But it's not a make or break. I mean, if I think if you're a good provider and you're a good, you're here for my children and you're supportive. I mean, I'm just saying you do those things. I'm not finna. I think that's kind of selfish.
Good deal, April.
You got to go.
Damn.
Okay, no, seriously.
9 out of 10.
When I was in my 20s and 30s, I didn't understand the importance of other qualities. But sex is very important, and there's certain aspects of my personality that the guy has to deal with already. So if he can hang with that and he's just not packing much, it does depend. If you have a toddler dick, then no, I just can't. I can't do it. Right. But if it's just
what if it's a baby arm?
Baby arm.
That might work.
Is that like
I can take a baby arm.
I mean, since you said toddler, I'm just asking. You know.
To the elbow.
Y'all nasty as hell. Y'all so nasty.
My mom is watching. My mom is watching.
I hope not. Okay.
I can deal with it as long as it's not ridiculously small, and you know.
So you wouldn't throw him away?
No, I would not. Because
Okay.
other qualities are more important.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, ma'am. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. We would go to Starbucks and get some stuff to play with and make it work.
Starbucks?
Starship. I mean,
I'm like, what the hell does Starbucks have? Wait a minute. You get a caramel macchiato and you
He had me thinking about the coffee, but no, we can. And then, you know, like they said, they have Pure Romance. I've ordered some stuff from Pure Romance. When I was married, me and my husband ordered stuff from Pure Romance.
Fair enough.
You know, so yeah, I mean, if everything else is there,
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, I'll work with you.
Okay.
You know, I'll work with you.
Fair
if
enough.
everything else is there.
Fair enough. All right. Love Doctor. She has 9 out of 10 of the qualities that you want in a woman, but that one is sexual. She's a bit frigid. You stand? You keeping her? Or no?
I have a 90-10 rule. So if I can tolerate the 10%, I will stay. Because, I mean, you know, 9 out of 10 is pretty good for me. But anything less than that, if it's 91, 9%, no. It has to be 90-10. That's what I can live with.
Good deal. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So we reached the end of the show. Now, what I want to do, first of all, is give you an opportunity if you want people to follow you or how they could get to the show. Share that information. We'll start with you, April. Where would they go again to get more information of the show or submit a bio to be considered?
They will have to go to my website, www.oneloveonehousetv.com. That's the number one. Click on the word contact. I have my commercials there. Any social media, just hashtag don't be intimidated. You'll see everything.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. What about you? You want people to follow you? Give them social media information?
So, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. I have a boutique. So check me out on Vibe, VIBE, the V. It's Vibe Envy on Instagram. Vibe Envy. So yeah. Check me
Vibe
out.
Envy on Instagram. Okay. What about you, man?
I'm on Facebook, Sean Blanton, and I'm on Instagram as Gemini Kisses with a Z on the end.
Gemini Kisses. So it means your birthday. We're in your birthday time frame right
My
now.
birthday is next week, the 18th.
Okay. Now, which twin is gonna celebrate?
Both of them.
Both of them.
They're
Fair
gonna
enough.
get double trouble that night.
Double trouble that night. All right. Love Doctor. What about you?
Well, if you guys check out theladiesmanager.com, I have a web app I've developed for guys to help them with their dating life so they can use the beta version for free. So just check that out.
Oh, he's so
Okay.
thoughtful.
Say, give it to him one more time.
Theladiesmanager.com.
The ladies manager. Okay. All right. Now listen. I want everybody to understand something. Dating in Atlanta is not hard. It's not hard. I'm gonna say it right now. Dating in Atlanta is not hard. It's actually pretty easy. This is why it's easy. I believe that if you put yourself in multiple situations, multiple places, you meet different types of people. We're creatures of habit. We do the same things in our same circles most of the time. I encourage you to get outside of your circles. Try different parts of Atlanta. There are all types of places in Atlanta that's just off the chain. You'd never know it if you never try to go. Go to different sections, different areas. Go to Cabbagetown. Go to Midtown. Go all over the city and explore it and see just how much the city has to offer. And what you'll discover is that, hey, this is a new experience. You're meeting new people. You get a different outlook. But if you keep going to Club Kaya, you got to be from Atlanta to get that one. If you keep going to Club Kaya, even though it's closed, you're going to keep meeting the same type of people. So I need you to broaden your net. When the net fishermen, when they fish, they cast a wide net.
That's right.
Then they draw it up and they catch a whole lot of fish. That's what you'll do. Now, that's worked for me. I believe it can work for you as well. Listen, we do this every Saturday from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. right here on Instinct Radio. I need you to follow us on Twitter, Instinct_radio, Instagram, Instinct Radio, Facebook, Instinct Radio Station, Periscope, Instinct_radio. The email is instinctradiolive@gmail.com. You can find me everywhere on social media as Talk with Jeffrey, Jeffrey, Talk with Jeffrey, everywhere except for Snapchat. I'm not snapping. I'm not chatting. I tried it. I ain't got nothing to snap and chat.
I don't like it.
I don't know what the point of it is. I ain't doing it. You can find me everywhere else. Now, listen, this has been a whole lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you,
Thank you
Jeffrey.
for coming out.
Can I give you an invitation?
An invitation to come on the show?
Next Saturday,
Okay.
we're being guests at a event at Knockout Sports Bar. I'd like for you to come to our VIP area.
Okay.
Next Saturday, when you get off the show, if you have a free moment,
Okay.
come on down to Knockout Sports Bar in College Park.
I'll do that.
Celebrate my birthday.
It's going to be your birthday?
Celebrate her birthday, and it's a music event and concert.
Okay.
But,
Good deal.
Come be in our special VIP area.
I will. Now, don't trip when I leave with like 3 or 4 women leave with me.
No, it's you. It's all you.
But I'm serious. All right, so this has been a whole lot of fun. It's been a whole lot of fun. We're going to do this again next week. We do this every Saturday. Make sure y'all check us out. We've talked to the Disco Goddess, all these daters, the Love Doctor. It's been a whole lot of fun, but I am out.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.